Hey guys, we are here with Windows Edge, and today we are going to be taking a look at possibly the biggest launch on Windows Phone for a game, and that is Halo Spartan Assault. And currently in the US, it is an exclusive on Verizon, but within 30 days it's going to be on all the carriers in the US, and for those of you outside of the US, you can already get your hands on it as well. This is Halo's first big leap into the mobile gaming platform, and I will tell you, it is great. It may not be a first-person shooter, but 343 really did a great job of bringing the Halo experience to mobile, and hope you guys will enjoy this review. Yeah, I try to turn the volume up for you guys, because one of the greatest things about this game is the sound. And for those of you who have played Halo games in the past, you know that the soundtracks on these games are normally very good, and it's no exception here with Spartan Assault. It's looking here from your start menu. You have start. You can go into your missions, tutorial, settings. Obviously, it is an Xbox game. Wouldn't be Halo if it wasn't on Xbox. You have all of your achievements here. Obviously, I haven't done a ton of them, but I'm making progress. You have all your medals, obviously leaderboards, and then challenges. And so we're just going to kind of jump right in here into the gameplay, because that's really what you guys want to see. But first we are going to take a quick look at some of these settings, just so you can kind of see. You can go back and play some of these old videos you had. You can view your controls, which wouldn't hurt. That way you guys can kind of see how the whole thing is laid out. You have your armor abilities over here. Your movement, there is no actual stick, but it's just sort of implied that it's on that half of the screen. And then over here, you have your aim and fire on this half of the screen. You can tap your weapon up here to switch weapons. You can tap your grenades to switch grenades. If you double tap on the screen, that's how you're going to be doing a lot of your grenade throwing. You have your melee button, which is also doubles as like the switch button weapon, etc. It's more or less like the action button on the game. And you have your option for subtitles, music volume, sound volume. And of course, you're going to want to keep those up, because it's a great soundtrack on here. So we're going to go ahead and jump in here and start. From here, you have 5 different sets of missions: A, B, C, D, and E. And each one is just, it breaks down into 5 different missions specifically, which have you doing various things, but ultimately the goal is to shoot the Covenant, because that's what Halo really is all about. And so we are just going to kind of jump into one of these and show you guys the basic premise of the game. Each one of these has a little story behind it, and when you start each chapter, there is actually, you can see right here, there is actually a little video introducing you.
Loading up records for the Battle of Dratheus 5. The fighting started when a splinter sect of Covenant ignored the ceasefire of 2552 and attacked UNSC forces. By the time the fighting was done, well, it didn't end well for the UNSC or the Covenant, either one. Spartans Davis and Palmer were both stationed on Dratheus 5's moon at the time of the first attack. Let's see how they succeeded in repelling the first assault waves.
So as you can see, they definitely do maintain a lot of that Halo cinematic feel to it. And even though the game is a top-down shooter, it definitely remains a lot of that even just for the gameplay of it. So we're just going to kind of jump in here, and I'll show you guys a little bit of the gameplay, and you can get a feel for what it's like. So here you have your loadout menu. You can tap these. This is one thing I'm not super crazy about with this game, is the only way to get these credits to use some of these upper-level guns is to actually buy them, which is kind of dumb if you ask me, because you've already paid $7 for this game. It shouldn't cost more money to continue doing these things, but you have like a sniper rifle you can upgrade for 1000 XP, which you earn from playing through the game. Obviously, the same weapons come up under secondary. You have your armor abilities, same thing. You gotta pay to have these. And then obviously, it also wouldn't be Halo if you didn't have skulls. You can tap these skulls to up the amount of experience that you're gonna get from playing. So that is pretty cool. And then boosters also. So we're gonna just jump right in right here. And in order to start, you just put your fingers on here. So this thing, yeah, It just sort of, it acts very similar to any other twin stick shooter that you've played before, in the regards of, except that you're playing it with your Halo. Of course, the controls do get a little bit of taking used to, because they can be a little stiff sometimes, but I mean, ultimately, they are great in all regards. You just saw me use a grenade there. If we wanted to switch weapons to our Magnum, you just tap the weapons. And in general, if you've ever played a Halo game before, you should be fairly familiar with a lot of the look of some of this stuff, the weapons. And none of that really has differed here across. And I think that's a great thing, is they tried to, while making it top-down, they did a great job of just maintaining that Halo experience. And anytime you can just pick up a weapon, once you're highlighted over it. This is one of the this is the weapon that the elites carry most of the time. Obviously, since that's the first mission, it's relatively short, but it was just to give you guys a taste of the gameplay before you make the jump and buy it. Here it's going to break down your score and show you which medal that you got. Obviously, that time I didn't get the gold medal. I've gotten it before, and so it wasn't a huge deal. When you link together kills, you get your double kills and all that other stuff. It gives you more points, and obviously that'll get you past the gold. Some of the levels it can take quite a few times of playing, but the first couple ones it's really not that hard. And so that's the gist of this game for you guys. It's a great game at $6.99. If you are a Halo fan or you want something to show off to your non-Windows Phone friends, I would definitely recommend this game. It's got a few bugs and everything, but over time it's all going to work out. And 343 has promised future content. Not really sure whether it's going to be free or purchased, but they have promised more content than what is on here right now. I'd encourage you guys to pick this up, $6.99, and keep an eye out for more coming to you from Windows Edge. Thanks, guys.